What's up everyone, John from Beyond ARTV. It is time for another track review. Fall Out Boy have dropped the second song from their upcoming album, Mania. Because there's so many spaces in there, I don't know why that exists, but it's Mania. I'm like one of those people that has to have things looking correctly, and that doesn't look right to me. But that doesn't matter. Let's talk about the song Champion. And just FYI, in the second part of this video, I'm going to briefly talk about my thoughts. I'm bringing on my girlfriend, who is a massive Fall Out Boy fan, Infinity on Hannah, and we're going to do a little discussion of this video. So, Champion is the name of the new song. This is the follow-up to Young and Menace, obviously. I was not a fan of that song. A lot of people were very divided on it, and it did not perform well for Fall Out Boy. And then they were quick to say, oh, that's the craziest song on the record, you know, nothing else really sounds like that. And that, it gets stuck in my head in like the worst way possible still to this day. I have nightmares about that song. It's just Fall Out Boy's worst, in my opinion. And then they've come through with Champion, a song that is definitely much better, but was it much harder to do that? I don't think it was. Champion is a song that relies on a very simple guitar riff that loops the entire time, a lot of really repetitive lyrics, and a lack of a story. Something where they feel like they're building up to wanting to tell us something, but then they don't tell us anything at all. They're talking about these things that happened while they were young and how they felt in this moment, and I am a champion for people who don't believe in champions. It just, yeah, that's Pete for you. That's Pete Wentz right there and his style of writing. And as my girlfriend pointed out, I think he actually tweeted that at some point. This is one of those songs that I'm personally not really getting into, even though I think it's a lot better than their last one. But let's go ahead and save it for the discussion we're about to have. All right, so Hannah's here for the second part, and we want to talk a little bit more, I guess, quickly about this song. What are your overall thoughts on it?
It's better. I mean, I completely hated Young and Menace, pretty much. I didn't give like a horrible, nasty review or anything, but I really just, it didn't sit well with me. So this song obviously is settling a little bit better for me. I don't think it's anything, you know, great or mind-blowing, as some would say. I just feel like there's not a lot of substance here. Like, they're talking about, I don't even know what they're really talking about. Like, it's very repetitive in the lyrics, and we know Pete's potential.
All it seems like to me is just trying to get popular songs, ones that are super relatable, dumbed down, and have no story whatsoever. I mean, he's sitting here, like, here's some of the lyrics. I got rage every day on the inside. The only thing I do is sit around and kill time. I'm just young enough to still believe. And then it just goes back into that repetitive chorus. If I can live through this, if I can live through this, I can live through anything, I can do anything.
What are they trying to live through? That's what they don't tell us, and I wish they would, because back in the older Fall Out Boy albums, they tell, like, there was so many intricate, just everything, like the ins and outs. Like, it was so detailed and interesting and like fun to listen to because you're learning. But like, this is just kind of like more mindless. It's not awful or anything, but it's one of those songs I could totally hear just like they did for Big Hero 6, a song in a movie like that, right, or in a commercial, or on sports, because they're talking about being a champion. Yeah. It's like part 2 of that type of mood and just theme.
Can I just say that I miss when choruses actually like continue the story of the song instead of just being like
just like a simple sentence.
I hate that, or else a simple sound that's just repeated over and over again. It's like, I'm so sick of this repetition. It just speaks volumes of the lack of quality in music nowadays. And I feel like I already hear all of the like 13-year-old fans screaming in the comments, and it's just like, if you go back and listen to their older stuff, and not saying that they can't change or evolve their sound, but do it in a way that it's still...
And you can't deny that like those older songs and albums, like, I'm not trying to sound like the cliche like older fan that only likes old stuff, because I like their new stuff too, but that older stuff just had so much more to it. Like, I feel like it took more time or something. Like, they just had something really good. And I mean, this song, I still understand, like, their first 2 singles for this album, they're talking about being young and, like, rebellious or, like, you know, ambitious, and they're, like, getting older, so it's kind of funny to me.
Now they're talking about, like, if I can live through this. Live through what? Your midlife crisis, where you can't get over the nostalgia of, like, being young, like, 20 years ago? It just seems ridiculous to me. And like I said, that guitar riff to me is really, really weak that goes all throughout. It's just kind of like looping. It's there. There's no detail to it. There's nothing that stands out, really.
I mean, at least props to them for, like, having a guitar in the song, I guess.
Is that? I feel like that's too much to ask a lot of the time these days.
But, you know, it's just, when you listen to the older stuff with all these big guitar parts and just famous, you know, things that aren't fake instruments, and even are the drums on here even?
They feel a little bit more real, but
it's just like a simple beat.
All the fans are already shouting in the comments, the instruments that they did on Young and Menace, they were all real. Okay, but they were processed to hell.
Exactly.
Like,
so if you're gonna like use real instruments, then why not do something different with them instead of like? Because then what's the point if you're just gonna make it sound like it's a fake instrument when you can do it anyway?
Like, I want my guitar to sound like a synth. Anyways, what would you rate this song out of 5?
I really need to listen to it more. I don't know, after like a first couple listens, I don't know, maybe...
I would give it like a 2.5 out of 5.
I was gonna say 2, but maybe like a 3 later on, just with growth. But who knows? It could go down. Who knows?
Yeah. I don't know if it's one of those songs that necessarily. I mean, I won't deny that it, I guess, has a catchy enough melody, but outside of that,
I want to say that like I can vibe with it, but like in the context that it is Fall Out Boy, and I just love them for so much better material. Like it's kind of hard for me to sit there and like really enjoy it to the fullest, like knowing like this is the band that could do so much better and just, you know, go outside of the box like they have before. But
yeah,
I don't know. I mean, I don't think it's horrible or anything, but I'm just hoping for better. Like I hope it gets better as the album goes on. I really hope so, because they are my favorite band, and I don't like obviously saying that I don't like something by them, but I just can't lie.
So yeah, there you have it, another Fall Out Boy review, track review. Not feeling it, really. Not feeling this review anymore, so we're going to wrap it up right here. Leave your thoughts in the comments section down below. Make sure you check out Hannah's channel if you haven't already. Subscribe to her. It'll be linked in the description or else in this outro card thing. My Young and Menace review will be there, and I'll put hers there as well if you would like to check out our thoughts on that song. Other than that, I'll see you very soon right here on Beyond ARTV.